Liebe Festgemeinde, hey! Hello and welcome to 6 tips for Backpack Hero. The following tips relate to the topic of mana and magic, as I have already discussed in my introductory video. And that's enough of the forewords, let's get straight to it. A bottleneck is a choke point at a certain point in a process. This is usually a bad thing, but in the context of mana in Backpack Hero, a bottleneck can be quite useful. Some extremely powerful items trigger their effect when mana flows through them. For this reason, it makes sense to position them in such a way that the mana has no other option to get from the stones to its place of use. The fact that mana can't flow diagonally helps us with this, but we should also remember that magic is not a one-way street. In contrast to the basic principle of using energy, our mana network also benefits from the fact that mana can not only be consumed, but also generated. Sometimes it even has to be. Mana flows back and forth, and on its way, our bottleneck can trigger its effect twice, on the way there and on the way back. This way, the path can become the goal, and our build can scale properly with the right setup. But a build doesn't always have to be designed entirely for mana. A pinch of salt belongs in cake batter, even if it's supposed to be sweet. In the same way, a pinch of magic can improve our backpack. For some items, such as the lightning, very little mana is enough to exploit the full potential. A ring of rage with a large mana stone ensures that you can easily start a fight with 3 rage for just 2 slots in your backpack. So without too much space, you can add mana to your build, especially if you have the right stones. In addition to the standard mana stones in various sizes, there are different mana sources that can be used in certain situations, with all their advantages and disadvantages. The black mana stone is insanely good if you find it early and boost it properly into the late game. The charging mana stone is enough to power an item that consumes 1 mana per turn. The vacant mana stone is suitable for building up an additional small mana network or adding a little mana to your build. So they all have their raison d'etre in some way. Well, almost all of them. But if you're not convinced of the benefits of backpack magic, let's talk about how it interacts with our energy supply. Although it is possible to have more energy than mana, it is easier to have more mana than energy, at least in the first turn of combat. In addition, the energy we have at our disposal can also be regularly converted back into mana at a profitable exchange rate. Whether it's a dynamic exchange rate, 1-to-1, 1-to-2, or even 1-to-3, we really don't pay extra when we convert energy, especially when the transaction comes with a bonus. Bonuses, in the form of effects that are triggered when mana flows, sometimes scale in surprising ways. The block effect of the college robes, for example, benefits from adjacent items, upgrades from the forge, or haste. The lightning ring, on the other hand, benefits from rage, but not from items that buff weapons, such as gemstones. You see, you should always keep an eye on how things interact here and oh my god, it's coming right at me! A mana-heavy build doesn't benefit that much from the forge. Or does it? What do you think? I think it's at least worth a look. The ability to make items conductive alone can be useful. But other effects can also be significantly better, given the amount of mana that can be available. If we can spend 20 mana in a round, we'll be quite happy if every use does 3 more damage. Or what do you think? Well, that's it for today. I hope these tips help you. Please let me know in the comments. Well, liebe Festgemeinde, I wish you all the best. Until next time, take care. Ciao.